Dave Lagreca went on a hilarious, epic rant yesterday on WWE Radio. And you know what? It was well earned, well deserved, whatever you want to call it. I think he deserved to go on that rant that he went on. And we're going to play that right here. And then we're going to also get in real quickly, very quickly, you know, what's going on with WWE Creative and a couple of shout outs to some AEW wrestlers right here on this exclusive YouTube. Let's get into it. Welcome to this exclusive budget cut episode brought to you by DopeContent.com.
Yeah.
This is your host K. Lou here. We're not gonna be here long at all, man. First of all, I need to update that intro right there. It's been a long time since I've used that intro just for the exclusives because we normally go live for the budget cut. So I definitely need to update that. You saw the old Bloodline, the old Judgment Day with Rhea and Priest. You saw Jade Cargill with the baddies up in AEW.
Bruh.
That's how long it's been since I updated that, so I will update that. But let's get right into it. Dave Lagreca goes on the epic rant, man, calling out the dirt sheets. And you know what? They deserved it, I guess. They deserved it, man, because if you've been sleeping under a rock, Dave Lagreca and Busted Open is now a part of WWE Radio. Now, what happened was WWE Radio went into partnership with Sirius XM, and they basically just took over, you know, channel 156, which was Pro Wrestling Nation. And Pro Wrestling Nation came because of the success of Busted Open Radio, which is just a show, right? Which Dave Lagreca started from the ground up. It went from 1 hour to 1 day a week to a couple of days a week. Then they pushed for 5 days a week, and he got that. And then the push for Busted Open 24/7 became a real thing. It got hotter. At one point, it looked like it wasn't going to happen, but they kept fighting. Then next thing you know, last year, basically Dave put his foot down. He was like, look, man, if we don't get it done, I might be done with Sirius. And they got it done, right? So shout out to Busted Open.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave Lagreca. And we ended up with Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7, a full wrestling channel for the first time ever on Sirius XM Radio, right? And when that happened, I already knew WWE was going to put their foot in there some way, somehow. As soon as they announced that channel, my first thought was, okay, WWE's seeing this, they're gonna find a way to maneuver their way up into this. And sure enough, if you paid attention, as soon as they got that channel 24/7, you started seeing WWE starting to open the doors more and more. They just open the doors more and more. Dave, come on out here to the headquarters. Come out to, you know, the WWE 2K things. Come out to Fan Fest. Come out, do this. They was come out to NXT. Do this. Come record in my studio, Bully Ray. Like they started opening the doors more and more as soon as they announced that 24/7. So a lot of people, if you paid attention, you saw this coming. You saw this coming that, okay, they gave it a year. They saw how successful it was. Now WWE is going to take over. Now, the bad part about it is we know Dave Lagreca, we know Busted Open as a show that talks about all of wrestling, right? We love hearing them talk about New Japan, AEW. You know, they're going to still talk TNA because TNA is in bed with WWE right now. But still, they got to talk about everything. And that was the best part of the show to me because I got to listen to a wrestling fan, Dave Lagreca, team up with Hall of Famers and people who's been in the business and done it. And they talk about all wrestling brands, what's working and what's not working. That was the best part of Busted Open. So that was a little, you know, when I heard WWE was taking over, I was like, dang, so we're not going to hear no more AEW talk at all, right? Which sucks.
Bruh.
Which sucks. And that's the biggest part of it. But as far as Dave Lagreca and building from the ground up to now being in partnership with WWE, man, congrats to him.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the dream. That probably was the dream. That's like his WrestleMania right there. The biggest wrestling company in the world is now saying, we want you and your show and your brand to be with us. Like, we're going to work together now. It's not just, oh, you're covering us and we invite you here and that. No, you're working with us now. So, hey, man, shout out to Dave. Dave built it from the ground up, and he's now with the WWE, right? So, shout out to him. Everybody talking about he sold out and all that. It wasn't Dave's decision. It was SiriusXM. Now, I'm sure Dave probably had he'd agree to disagree, whatever, but he's still there, and he would be foolish to not be there and not go on this deal. Like, there's a lot of people saying, oh, Dave should leave and restart his own. Why? Why spend 17 years getting it to this point and then just leave? Because a couple of fans are mad because he don't get to talk AEW no more. Stop that. But anyway, let's get into this rant because I'm not here to chat, to yap your ear off. I just wanted to give my 2 cents. But Dave Lagreca goes on this rant. Let's listen to it.
Right here on channel 156 WWE Radio. I was in my car at exactly 8 p.m. Eastern time last night, and I took a picture of the radio, and there I was listening to Monday Night Raw, listening to the opening segment of Brock Lesnar and Obafemi on my radio, listening to the live simulcast, listening to Michael Cole and Corey Graves call all the action, and I was like, and we were talking about this yesterday during the show. And then last week, one of the Nation members called in who was blind, who said he was looking forward to being able to listen, to the play-by-play. So in the car, I was like, wow, this is really cool. This is one of the huge benefits of our partnership and our relationship with the WWE, where you never really have to miss anything. You can hear it in the car.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited. And, the 2 commercials for WWE Radio, channel 156, on Monday Night Raw last night. We saw a commercial on SmackDown this past Friday, and then 2 commercials during Monday Night Raw. Guys, that's going to open up the doors for so many more listeners, so many more additions to the Busted Open Nation, and so many more people to subscribe to SiriusXM for our pro wrestling content. And if you've been listening, fuckos, and I mean that, to all the dirt sheets out there that attacked me over the weekend, and I do mean fuckos, this is why we did what we did. And oh yeah, by the way, to all those fuckos that said, oh yeah, Lagreca and Bully are going to be shills for the WWE. Oh, Lagreca's sitting on a pound of money from the WWE. Fuck those guys and everything. All those same assholes that run those dirt sheets were writing about our interviews with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. So, you don't like the direction that we're going in, but you have no problem taking our content from the show and using it on your fucking website. Fuck you. So you don't think you're going to get the same Dave Lagreca? How about this, assholes? Fuck you. And I know each one of your fucking, I wrote them down. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of saying your name. You love saying my name. You love saying Bully's name. Oh, you love that. I ain't giving you the satisfaction to say any of your names, but I got them written down. You're the same people that previously have reached out to me for work and for jobs. I wrote down your name. Lagreca this, Lagreca that. Oh, but Seth Rollins said on WWE Radio, I'm busted open this morning. Oh, CM Punk said on WWE Radio, I'm busted open this morning. Okay. Now, not everybody. There were people that were fair. There were people, and I'm not saying that you have to agree with everything. There were people that had normal discussions like human beings do about, hey, this is some of the concerns, this is some of the work, but look at this and look at that and everything else. Hey, I'm open for discussions. But I remember those mutants that went after us lowbrow. Yep, I could be lowbrow too.
And Dave, what were those 2 words again, one more time, for those haters and all those people who talk smack about you? What were those 2 words again?
Fuck you. You would give your left arm to be in the position that I'm in right now. And by the way, just so you know, It took me 17 years to get here. 17 years. Listen, right about this, asshole. It took me 17 years to get where I am. How dare you? You were in diapers when I started this shit. Diapers. And now I'm here. I got the biggest wrestling company in the world wanting to be a part of something I created.
Facts.
And put that in quotes. I created. And thank God for our fans and our loyal nation members that gave us the opportunity, Bully, to be on billboards prior to this deal. Be on billboards in Times Square and get to do events that was amazing. Dreams come true. But it took me 17 years to get there. And you are not going to use what I built and my team that we've assembled and on our backs try to make a name for yourself. That's why I will not give you guys the satisfaction of saying your names. But when you say my name, say it with some fucking respect. You got me? Pieces of shit. Fuck you. Anyway, SummerSlam's coming up this weekend. I'm excited about it, Bully.
God damn.
That's Bully Ray clapping.
It's about time.
No, I mean, enough's enough. I gave my heart and soul to this brand.
When I came on, was it yesterday morning or whatever, or Friday, and I said, you know,
So that's pretty much. Shout out to Dave on that. Good Lord.
Yeah.
I will play some more, but we already like at 12 minutes. So I'm trying to keep it short because I got some more stuff to get into, right? Listen, Dave went on that epic rant, man, and he's right, man. A lot of people, the main ones that were talking trash about him all weekend were the first ones to post the Seth Rollins interview and the CM Punk interview from their show Monday. So he's right. He's right on that. He went on to say people like Chris Van Fleet talked to him, congratulated him. He even said JD from NY reached out to him, congratulated him. And when he said that, I was like, okay, cool of JD to reach out to him, but take that with a grain of salt. Bruh. Because JD also did a 40-minute video saying why that move was bad. And everybody knows JD just wants a job at Busted Open. So he's gonna kiss Dave's ass and say this and that just because he wants the job at Busted Open, even to this day. And that whole 40-minute video was him saying he don't like the deal. He can't be honest. They can't be honest. They can't talk AEW no more. He think the deal is bad, and it's more important than ever to be an independent content creator, which he is, and he's killing it as that. But again, his goal is to get a job at Busted Open, and he feels like them signing with WWE or partnering with WWE is it basically stopped his momentum from getting the job to Busted Open. So like his whole pitch in the video and pitch to Dave is, yeah, I don't like it, but I still want a job. So take the congrats from JD with a grain of salt. That's all I'm gonna say on that one, right? But let's move on, man. Monday Night Raw, the last Raw going into SummerSlam, was not good. And it's time to see something different. Like on this episode of Busted Open, they mentioned, how fans are getting tired of seeing the same four people, between Roman, Seth, Punk, and Cody. And if you think about it, all the major pay-per-views, the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and all that, it's been the same four in some capacity. It's been Cody, it's been Roman, it's been Seth, it's been Punk in the main event or for the titles, right? And I understand it. Those guys are the big draws, but come on, dude. Like, we do want to see something fresh, and there's ways you can make them fresh. Roman kind of went to the mid-card for a little bit, battled with Solo, battled with, Paul Heyman and all that. But at the end of the day, even when they wasn't fighting for a title, the main event was Roman at WrestleMania was Roman, Seth versus CM Punk. Bruh. Triple threat match with Paul Heyman involved, right? Because when Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble, he opened up the show with Gunther. So he opened up Mania with Gunther, right, to win the title. They didn't close that show. Royal Rumble winners supposed to close the show. No, they closed it with Roman, Seth, and CM Punk. And then you had Cody versus Cena. And then all throughout you had Cody versus Cena, Cody versus Cena. And then you had CM Punk versus Roman, CM Punk versus Seth. Like, it's the same four. Like, you can mix other people in. That's one thing I do like about AEW. If you think about their major shows, AEW has mixed in a lot of people in that main event picture. MJF, Swerve, Adam Page, John Moxley. Even though Moxley held it crazy for a minute. Darby Allin had a run. We go back to Bryan Danielson. Like, these guys mixed it all in. Adam Cole had a main event at All In with MJF. So, like, you can mix them in and keep people involved. Like, I don't know, man. It's just weird that it's always the same four. But moving on to that, that's just a quick thing on that. Let's talk about the vision. Let's talk about the vision of Bron Breakker. And the reason I brought up the whole four people is because you see Bron Breakker in the back. He just looks like uninterested in anything that's going on right now.
Bruh.
He comes out now, and this is his face for majority of it. He does the match. He kills the match with Theory. But outside of that, this is what he's doing. While Theory is and Maxine and Logan Paul up there, you know, getting into it with the crowd, doing their promos and stuff. That's what Braun is doing in the back. Doing the entrance, they talking to the camera, trying to entice the crowd. Braun is just walking in with that face on right there. Like, he's just here like, I'm going through the motions. I'm just here to do my job, spear somebody, body slam somebody, and leave. Like, it's like they killed his joy, right? Because he went from being one of those main event guys. Apparently, I haven't watched Unreal yet. Apparently, he was playing to win the World Rumble, and then they nixed it last minute because they were like, oh, we don't want to feel like we're pushing Braun down people's throats. So you don't want to feel like you pushing Braun down people's throats, but you had Roman Reigns win? Like, Roman has been main event Royal Rumbles and WrestleManias for the last 10 years, 10, 15 years. Like, that's not pushing somebody down your throat. You got the bloodline back. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Come on, man. Yeah, I think they could have let Braun win. Braun should have won. If that's what they said on Unreal, I need to go watch it. I haven't seen it. Braun should have won. And then not only that, he comes back from the injury and he gets put with Austin Theory, who was not doing a good job, honestly. Like, he wasn't getting any crowd reaction. People wasn't caring about what he had going on with the vision. Like, he's starting to get a little momentum now with Maxine. They kind of starting to let him do a little more, which is good for Theory. But, you know, Bron Breakker going from battling it out with Seth Rollins and being in the main event picture with Roman and Punk, and you supposed to win the Royal Rumble, and you had Paul Heyman by your side. You lose all of that, and you're with Theory, Logan Paul, Maxine Dupree, and you're wrestling Otis and Tozawa right now. Like, no shot to Otis and Tozawa. I wish they would use them better, because those guys can actually go in the ring, and both of them are over with the crowd. But the fact is, we know how the story has been with Otis and Tozawa for the last, 5 years? They have not been used. They have not been pushed. You can't take them seriously in WWE. So to go from Seth, Roman, and these bigger names and Paul Heyman and whatnot to this right here on screen, like, I can understand why he's looking the way he's looking. And it just don't make sense that you say, oh, I don't want to push Braun down people's throats, but you have Roman, of all people, win the Royal Rumble.
Bruh.
It doesn't make sense. Speaking of Roman and the bloodline, let's talk about Solo Sikoa. I mentioned this with my guy Dark, and it makes no sense to me. People are like, oh, Solo Sikoa, the best thing they did was let him get rid of MFT and let him talk and be himself. And the fans, I guess he's a babyface now, right? Because he's teaming up with LA Knight and Royce Keys. But I'm like, when did the bloodline turn heel? Because last I checked, everybody loved Roman. And then when Roman and the Usos got back together, everybody was cheering, because all three of them was baby faces. And then they had that battle with Jacob. Jacob was a baby face, and he kind of went against the grain a little bit. But Jacob did what he said he was going to do. He held his end of the deal by saying, you know what? I'm just trying to feed my family, bro. And if I lose, I will acknowledge you. And he did exactly what he said he was gonna do. Unlike Solo didn't acknowledge Roman. Solo went back against his words. That's a heel move. Jacob honored his word and joined the family. That's a babyface move. So just because LA Knight is mad because the Usos got back with Roman, who was a babyface, and then now Solo don't want to rejoin the Bloodline, who are babyfaces. Last I checked, we supposed to cheer Solo because he's teaming up with LA Knight and Royce Keys, Royce Keys unfortunately barely gets a reaction from the crowd. They don't know whether to cheer or boo for him. So they just kind of sit on their hands when Royce comes out. Why am I cheering for Solo? What's different about him? He lost his family. So what? They was like, oh, his new character. He's being more of himself. Solo's been cracking jokes and making fun of the Usos and all that stuff. What he did Monday that had everybody cheering, he's been doing that. Go back and watch it. Like, Solo has been a character for a long time now. What he's doing now is nothing new. He just doesn't have MFT with him. So all of a sudden people like it. I'm supposed to cheer for him over the Usos and Jacob. It makes no sense. What did the Usos and Jacob do that I'm supposed to hate? Because they joined up with Roman. Roman is one of the biggest baby faces in the company. Right? So why am I booing the Usos and Jacob Fatu? Why am I all of a sudden cheering Solo? What did Solo do? LA Knight has been complaining for years. Right? So I don't know. I don't get it. Y'all let me know in the comment section because I don't even know what to say right there, right? And I'm trying to keep this moving. But let's keep it going. Let's go from Solo to the worst segment. This didn't make no sense. This didn't make no sense. We got a concert with Joe Hendry and Danhausen with the LA Clippers cheerleaders and the mini Hausens. What was the point of this? What was the point of this? I guess overall the point was to set up a match between Dom and Danhausen, which is a very stupid match. You got SummerSlam. You want your biggest show, your last biggest show in America because, well, you got Royal Rumble, but WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia next year, right? So you got SummerSlam. This your go home show. You got Danhausen. I get it. Danhausen is popular. He's a character and yada yada. He's doing fun. But Human Money's on the pole match.
Bruh.
And then you're doing it with the AAA champion, Dom Mysterio of all people.
Bruh.
Dom Mysterio, not too long ago, was the hottest heel in WWE, in wrestling, period. This guy here was winning championships at WrestleMania. He was winning championships against John Cena and battling John Cena. He is currently the AAA mega champion. And you got him at SummerSlam in a match with Danhausen. Human Money's on a pole match. What is that? What is that? Come on, bro. Y'all could have put anybody else in that. And then the fact that you got Danhausen getting matches, and we don't have Carmelo Hayes on the card. I thought Carmelo Hayes was gonna get his get back for SummerSlam since they took him off of WrestleMania. I thought it was gonna be a triple threat match between him, Trick, and Baron Corbin, but no, it's just Trick and Baron Corbin. How does Carmelo Hayes continually get pushed off the card? Why is he not in that match? You can't find nothing for Jordan Grace, but you can find stuff for Danhausen. You can put a Human Money's on a pole match with Danhausen and Dom Mysterio. You can't do nothing with Jordan Grace. You can't find nothing for Julia. It don't make sense. Carmelo Hayes can't get a pay-per-view match. Instead of getting pushed to the side, Dom goes from the biggest heel in wrestling to a comedy act. Joe Hendry, you just not even giving him a fair chance on the main roster. You instantly made him a comedy act that can't nobody take seriously. So good luck with Joe Hendry and the rest of his, contract in WWE and trying to be a champion and all that. It don't look good right now. Unless they bring back the 24/7 championship.
Bruh.
And let him run around like R-Truth did. Who? No tag team title matches on SummerSlam. I don't even remember the Smack. I guess it's still R-Truth and Damian Priest still the SmackDown champions, right? And then you still got we just talked about the Vision, but where are the Street Profits? Where is everybody else? We can't find a tag team match at all. We can't even do champions versus champions at all at SummerSlam, but we got Danhausen on a Human Money's on the Pole match versus freaking Dom Mysterio, who is the current AAA champion. Like, stop playing with Dom Mysterio, man. Dom was more over than anybody for a while, not that long ago. And this is what y'all got him doing. It's ridiculous, man. Now we got another rant that we're going to play, scripted rant or whatever, because he went crazy last night. Shout out to Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
Grayson Waller just came out of nowhere, returned to NXT, and he went off. And I loved it, man. Let's play that real quick. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me see if I can play this because it kind of disappeared. I don't want to get copyrighted. All right, let's play it real quick and then we'll react to it. Grayson Waller returned to NXT.
Well, for tonight, hey, WWE, you want to get unreal? Let's get unreal because Grayson Waller has a live microphone finally. I think it's about time that I started rattling some cages. I made my main roster debut in the main event of Madison Square Garden 6 weeks after I broke my leg on that announce table. 6 weeks.
6 weeks is crazy.
And most people would have drowned under the lights, but lad, I swam. WrestleMania 40, Lincoln Financial Field, 60,000 people. I stood on top of a ladder and I brought home the SmackDown tag titles. I felt on top of the world. Everything was going like I had planned. And then something changed. And I don't know what it was, because it's not my work ethic, it's not my talent. Maybe I was too honest. Maybe I didn't politic. Maybe I didn't kiss the right ass. But either way, the last 2 years of my career have been an absolute embarrassment, and I'm man enough to admit it. I spent a year carrying 240 pounds of idiot on my back, making him relevant again.
Awesome theory.
So much so that these people actually chanted his name. Never before, never since, but I don't care how many bells and whistles you give him. At the end of the day, that Marty Jannetty is still allergic to the microphone. It gets worse. The last year of my career, I pretended I was at a funeral. And I committed to the bit. I wore the silly hat. I climbed to the top of every arena in this country. And on a live microphone, I told the world just how good someone else was. And the ironic thing is, I was dressed for a funeral, but the only thing dying was my career. But it's a new day. And I could sit at home, cash a check, eat some salt and pepper chicken at catering once a week, but that ain't me. What did I do? I got in the best shape of my life, lad. I'm hungrier than ever been. Every day I go to war with myself, mentally and physically, because when I say I mean it, I need to feel like I mean it. And I got demons. And in order to get where I should be, I need to conquer some demons, and the one that's been keeping me awake at night for a very long time is the NXT Championship. Because you guys know it, that championship used to mean something. It used to represent the best wrestler in the world. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano. Even recently, BRON, Mello, Trick, Oba, they get to the main roster and the red carpet gets rolled out. They get treated like gods because that title represents the future of the industry, but I never had it. So I get treated like a Netflix ad break comedy act. But not anymore. I'm ready to conquer my demon, and I'm announcing right in front of the world right now, I'm here to take the NXT title. Because, honestly, who's going to stop me? Cruz Montana? I love the new name, by the way. It's great. You walk in here last week like you're someone. Man of the people. I know these people, Cruz, and the secret is, in about 6 weeks, they're going to have a shiny new toy and they're not going to care about you.
Facts. Facts.
But what really frustrates me is Cruz walks in like he's going to challenge for the NXT title straight away. Because he was the top guy in TNA. It ain't 2005, lad. Being the top guy in TNA is like being the best basketball player at the local YMCA. I'm not impressed.
Shots fired.
And speaking of not impressed, what about the champ? Hey, Tony D, why don't you come do something? You finally got a chance to show the world what you can do because there was no one left.
Facts.
So I'm going to do you a favor, Tony. I'm going to send you home to that ugly newborn baby of yours. Go be a dad. This top guy stuff's not... What's wrong? Sean wants me to... Yeah? You tell Sean to tune up the band if he has a problem with what I'm saying. You can't go do it himself. Huh? You going to stop me? You going to go to commercial? It's too early. Hey, you know what? Sean, why don't you send out one of your guys? Because Sean has guys. I used to be one, but he's moved on. In fact, I have a message for the NXT roster. Hey guys, get off your phone. I know you're probably filming a TikTok. Maybe watch the show and learn something. Because I just walked in your house. I didn't even wipe my feet. And everything I'm about to say, I mean with the utmost disrespect. The NXT male roster is soft. You're lazy. You're complacent. You're happy to be here. I know you fat flops will love this one. The women of NXT are running laps around you.
Thanks.
Yet still, 90% of you think you should get called up tomorrow. But here's the secret, ladies and gentlemen. I look at that roster, maybe 10%'s ready. They're all women.
Thanks.
Because you got world-class athletes back there. I see at the tryout all the passion and energy, and then you come here and you're fine with putting WWE superstar in your Instagram bio so you can play wrestler for 6 months, impress some mediocre girls in downtown Orlando, and spend all your time in medical. And then you have the independent talent. My people, I love independent wrestlers, and you come here and you do things in this ring that no one else can do. How good are they? But then you put a microphone in their hands and all the energy gets sucked out of the room because you're a bunch of charisma vacuums. Hey. And I know you're all kind of looking over at Sean right now, seeing how he's freaking out in the headset, but deep down inside, HBK's smiling because I'm finally telling the truth. This men's division has been for the taking for months. Hey, shut up, I don't need your support. I'm cooking right now, let me cook.
He's cooking.
This men's division has been for the taking for months, and none of you have done a thing about it, but I will. I'm gonna walk in, take the title, take the division. I'm gonna take every opportunity that any of you are supposed to have, because unfortunately, for that embarrassment of a roster, I'm starting to remember who Grayson Waller is.
Nice.
I'm the most underrated guy on this roster. I'm the all-round pound for pound best.
They cut his mic off.
Get on the floor. I don't need a mic. You don't want to give me an opportunity, WWE? I just took one. Consider your cages rattled.
Bad, there it is. Shout out to Grayson Waller, man.
Yeah.
Epic rant, epic promo, man. He killed it, and he told a lot of truth there, man. Grayson Waller is a hell of an athlete, hell of a wrestler, and as you clearly hear, he got it all on the mic. Like, it's nothing he really does wrong as far as on camera. Now, back behind the scenes, maybe he has some type of issues. I don't know. But I remember an interview him and Theory did a while back on Busted Open, where they was in the tag team together, and they asked him, it's like, man, you guys are two great athletes. You look great, yada yada. Like, how do you enjoy it? Like, how do you keep going out, putting people over, looking foolish every week? And they both said, look, that's all part of the show. Like, somebody has to do it. Like, they had a great attitude about it, so I doubt that he has a bad attitude, because the interviews I've heard, he's always talked about, yeah, I don't have no problem putting people over. If they need me to do it, I'm gonna do it, because that's part of the show. You got to somebody has to make somebody else look good for the show to run. And during this time, it's my time to make whoever else look good, and I'm gonna go out there and do it and have fun with it. That's what he did. So that's what he said, him and Theory back in the day. So hopefully they get this man a serious push, and once he do get back to the main roster, you know, they can actually keep their momentum going. But it's good to see people like Grayson Waller go back to NXT, because NXT does need some names, right? They got hit hard with Trick leaving, Javon, Oba, Joe Hendry, Ricky Saints, and Ethan Page. I mean, they took them all. They took them all like that, and you left them with nothing. So yeah, Tony D'Angelo became champion because who else was going to become champion? Shout out to Tony D. I think he's doing a good job, but who else was there to become champion? Right? So he introduced Sean Harry up and tried to introduce all these new guys, and he did a great job bringing these newer guys in and try to get you up to speed. But I haven't been as invested in NXT since all those guys left, Trick Over and all them, and Ethan and Ricky Saints left. So hopefully bringing guys back like Grayson Waller, hopefully bring Jordan Grace back. She ain't doing nothing. Bring some more people back to NXT if you're not using them on the main roster. Stop calling folks up on the main roster and you don't have any plans with them. So I want to see more people. I think Los Garza was back, the tag team. I think they was back down there last night. I didn't watch NXT last night. I was gone. So I'm gonna watch it today. But I heard that they was back down there as well. Do more of that. That's what you need. If you're not using them on the main roster, send them back to NXT. Simple as that, right? So shout out to Grayson Waller. And before we get out of here, since AEW doesn't get covered on Busted Open anymore, shout out to Willow and Maya World, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Willow becomes a new AEW Women's Champion. She's the first Grand Slam Women's Champion in AEW.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Maya World becomes the TBS Champion. I believe she is the youngest TBS Champion in AEW history, and we're biased. This platform is biased when it comes to Maya World. Maya World is the first wrestler to give us an interview.
Yeah.
Back in 2023. So, and she's from the home city. So we're biased when it comes to her. So shout out to her. We've seen the hard work. When it comes to her, I saw one match in 2023, like early 2023 or late 2022. It's something like that. And I was like, I gotta interview you ASAP. Like I told her, I gotta interview you ASAP because I already saw it. Like I knew she was gonna blow up. Did I think it was gonna be this fast? No, but I knew that somebody was gonna get their eyes on her and she was gonna be a star. And I told her, I was like, look, I gotta interview you now because you know you're gonna blow up. Somebody's gonna see you. You're gonna blow up, and I'm not gonna be able to interview you no more. Right? I'm not gonna be able to interview you no more because you're gonna be on the Busted Opens and you're gonna be on the Chris Van Fleets and you're gonna be on everywhere else, right? The bigger names. You're gonna be on the Malcolms and you know all that. So I was like, I gotta interview you now, and she came right on, had a great interview, man. So go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. And it's funny because everything she said in that interview that she wanted to do, like her dream list of things to do, she's already done 90% of it, bro.
Yeah.
Like she listed Mercedes, Athena, Billy Starks as her dream matches. The only one she hasn't done that I haven't seen is the Stephanie Vaquera because she's in WWE. That's the only match out of all the matches she listed that she hasn't done yet, to my knowledge, right? I I asked her about, which company do you feel like you would fit in right now if all of them were to call you? And she like, yeah, every wrestler's dream is WWE eventually, but I feel like Ring of Honor would be perfect for me right now. And she ended up going to Ring of Honor / AEW, and look what's going on now. Like, so shout out to My World, shout out to Willow. Yeah. Shout out to AEW, man. I don't know you have people like Fightful and Dave Meltzer's. I don't listen to Dave Meltzer. I think Dave Meltzer is trash, honestly, be honest with you. Bruh. But they still got people covering them. JD is going to cover them still. But JD's like, he's harsh on them, right? He's pretty harsh on them from what I've seen, right? But it's still people covering AEW. I wish Busted Open was still able to do it, but unfortunately right now they can't. But so I just wanted to give a shout out to the 2 new champions. They had 3 title changes Sunday, and the biggest radio show in wrestling couldn't mention it at all. God damn. So I just wanted to give a little shout out for the people, handful of people that's gonna come and see this, man. Thank y'all. I did not realize I was over 40 minutes already. So let me get up out of here. I appreciate y'all joining. Thank y'all for coming through. Hopefully you enjoyed this, man. This was like a out the blue thing. I heard the rant, and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about that real quick. I might do a SummerSlam preview. I'm gonna try to get my guy Dark back on, and we'll go live for that. But until next time, man, y'all be safe, and we are out.